Welcome back. I've got Stefan Paul on the show. His Instagram handle, topgun63_4. How are we doing today, Stefan?
Good, thank you. Yourself, Pete?
Yeah, real good. We just had a chat on the podcast about the origins of the jacket and some Maverick chat, so you can check that out on the podcast. But I wanted to give our listeners a real good look at this jacket if they haven't seen it before, and we'll get it up close. So, Stefan, where did you get this jacket? And this is the G1?
Yeah, this is G1. This is the 7823 model, as opposed to the 55J14 model that we spoke about before. But this is a Series A, so it's very similar to the previous models. This particular one I found on eBay.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
eBay UK as well. And there's plenty in the States, but they're quite pricey, and so is the postage. So if you can find any over here.
I know you did the badges, the patches yourself, but if people wanted to get the jacket and kind of start from scratch like you, what would you be punching into eBay? What would you recommend?
For search, maybe a US Navy G1 flight jacket.
Yeah,
might be a good place to start.
right.
You do sometimes find them just people selling them maybe that don't know the specifics, selling them just under leather bomber jacket.
Right.
You can get some good deals because they crop up.
Cool. So when you got yours, it didn't have any badges on?
No, this was completely plain.
Right.
Some people would absolutely hate me for that because it is a Series A 1961 jacket.
Not this podcaster.
No, that's good. That's good. I'm on the right channel. I do have a couple of other G1s. They're plain. I've not touched those. They're in like immaculate condition, so they're staying in the wardrobe. But yeah, this was totally plain, and then it was just a case of sourcing patches, as many originals as I could find or good replicas. So.
Right. And so you stitched these on yourself. Did you have to learn how to do that from scratch as well?
That was my wife. Yeah.
Here we go.
I was going to go and take it to a seamstress somewhere, but the other thing you've got to get correct to be bang on is you can't go through the lining.
Right.
Literally, yeah. You can't see anything in the lining. So it's literally you have to stitch through the leather by hand, which is how they would have done it originally.
Cool. And
yeah, a few bruised and bloody fingers later. Plenty of cups of coffee and foot rubs. This is what I come out with. So
now, what are you like in the background while she's doing it? Are you kind of like being the dictator? Come on, woman, get that up another half inch. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, this is too slow. Come on, yeah.
You got the American flag the wrong way around. Jesus Christ!
Exactly. Yeah. Well, she made it quite clear that I'm doing this once and once only.
Right. Okay.
That did change because I found some better patches afterwards, so I had to come out and go back on again. But
also, what if other people go, "Oh, crikey, that looks good. How much does she charge that she can do my G1, right? It's a little side business."
That's what I said. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll have that chat offline, but yeah, definitely. Let's have a quick look close up of some of the badges on the back. Do you mind?
Let's take this off. So the other thing which is nice about getting original is you get a bit of patina and a bit of where it looks like a worn jacket, as the original did. So this is the patch on the back, obviously, that we previously discussed that changed. This is the patch that was shown in the trailers.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It'd end up on my own copy.
Uh-huh.
But and yeah. And these are the rest.
And what do the other badges signify? Are they important? Are they anonymous? Do they have any reference?
Again, some people say they're just a bit random. Some may link to the backstory of Maverick's father and the fact he was a fighter pilot. But there's others that are random. Apparently, there's people out there, experts, that say, well, someone wouldn't have that patch on their jacket and then belong to this squadron or that unit, and it's kind of a bit make-believe.
Yeah.
And obviously a couple of modern ones. Obviously his father wouldn't have had a Tomcat patch on the sleeve. He's the 50s or 60s.
Yeah,
But,
I did.
yeah,
I did.
again, some originals, some replicas. The collar is original and in pretty good condition. I mean, very good condition.
Right.
CBs, patches, and the third amphibious, these are originals. These are the ones that you can generally find online, and maybe at a few sort of boot sales. But then there's some other tricky ones, or they're expensive when you do find them.
Yeah.
Such as the Jacksonville Patch here.
Oh, bring that up close, mate. Let's have a look.
This,
okay.
Believe it or not, that is handmade.
Wow.
Just as it would have been back in the day. And this is from a guy in Indonesia that still makes them by hand.
That's so cool.
And again, very reasonable for what he does, you know.
I know we spoke on the podcast about your Canadian friend in the community that does patches or is looking to do his own. So we'll leave a link not only to your handle but also to his handle in the show notes, so people can, if they're looking for patches, maybe they can tap you up or tap him up as well.
Yeah, I mean, an example of his patch, the Cw2 patch here, the top 10 patch. I'm not sure you can see that in the light.
Nice, yeah, I got it. Yeah, just blue with a red.
That
frame.
Again, plenty of replicas, but not the detail. So on here, the landing hook that you'll find on the back of a jet, obviously when they land on the carrier, is actually hooking the red border thread in there. It's like a nice little touch.
Right.
Most replicas won't have that. It'd just be a straightforward diamond stitch. That's produced by him. And you know, he's constantly updating them as he finds more details or the originals. If he can source an original, he'll then copy that and produce his own. So.
I'm wondering, in Top Gun, the first one, are all the badges really clear on screen so that people can, I mean, how have people managed to get these badges to look exactly how they think it looked on the original?
I think some of it is just identifying the patch at a distance or a blur,
right,
and then trying to source the originals.
Right, okay.
And then going back to maybe still images that can be found or that are getting, you know, slowly sort of leaked over the years, and basing it on that. And that, I think that's why there's so many inaccurate ones out there. People will go with what they think it is, and then a few months later someone will add to that and be like, oh no, you know, it should have this detail, that detail, and they're just being reproduced all the time.
Right.
But, there's one patch on the back, the smallest one, that to this day nobody can agree on, and it's this one here.
Oh, let's have a look. Bring that in a bit.
Can you see that?
What does it say?
Ship serviceman. It's a ship service. The top part, when the 4K disc came out, I was like pausing it, and there's only a couple of scenes where you can just about make out some of the lettering. Right. And I was saying again to the guys online on Instagram, I said, on my TV, it looks like something of all trades at the very top. And I said, the first letter looks a bit like an 8, like a numeral rather than a letter. And then another guy, VX31, he says, oh, what about jack of all trades? That's, you know, that's a common saying.
Yeah,
so, it must be jack of all trades. Then a little while later, AvaX or Cockpit USA, one of these companies that make replicas, their version said saint of all trades. And I thought, oh, it's not such a common saying, but maybe the 8 is actually an S, and therefore it is saint of all trades. So at this minute in time, it's still out there. No one actually knows for sure.
I love that. I love that.
So I'm waiting on a response from the negotiation department. I've got him on speed dial to see if they could enlighten us a bit more. I've got a feeling it could be saint, although Jack sounds better. So.
Well, is jack of all trades more of an English saying? I don't know. Is that an Americanism or as common in America?
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, definitely an English saying. But,
Stefan, I've only got you for a couple of minutes before the time runs out. What was it like wearing that jacket at the cinema? You must have worn it when you went to see it for the first time.
I didn't.
You didn't? How come?
because my wife, I'll tell you something which I haven't discussed. I actually got an invite to the red carpet in London. I'll send you some pictures offline afterwards.
Yeah.
So that was a black tie event. So my first screening of Top Gun was in a tux on the red carpet.
Fair play.
Yeah. So part of me now wishes I just had the balls to wear that jacket with a black tie, you know. But I thought, if I get refused entry, I'm gonna, you know.
Oh yeah, that'd be a sinker.
And then the second time I went to see it was with my wife and kids, and my wife said, "I know I've spent hours putting these patches on." She said, "But don't you dare wear that in the cinema."
You can't show me up in this, damn.
Yeah. And then the third time was with my cousins, and you know, it just didn't happen. It wasn't in the film much anyway, was it? You know, in the new films. You know,
well, listen,
on the Cw2 jacket instead.
I could talk to you for hours about Top Gun and that jacket, mate. Thanks so much for coming on and walking me through it. I love the passion that you put into that. I think it looks awesome, and
thank you.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing those photos from the red carpet. Definitely.
Yeah, I'll send them over as we jump off here. So yeah.
That'd be cool. Did you meet Tom on the red carpet?
It wasn't a meet and greet type thing, as in I had so many questions I had prepared.
Yeah.
And he was hounded by the press, so it was literally, you know, he's a few feet away in the odd wave and chatting into microphones most of the time.
Was the first question going to be Saint of all trades or Jack of all trades? Just tell me.
What can you confirm the exact brand of the original jacket? Saint or Jack? They were my two questions.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be.
And then we could all sleep at night. Listen, we're going to run out of time. Thanks again, Stefan. The handle once again at Top Gun 63_4. Definitely give him a follow.